Hey guys, how's it going? We're back for another Q&A, and we're doing a very, very short Q&A today. Currently, we are sitting on the beach in Hawaii. In Maui. And this, for us, for Brent and I, it was a super last minute trip. And we're trying, we're super dark in the studio because I wanted you guys to be able to see the ocean behind us. And if I tap on us, it makes it so that the whole background is blown out. It's kind of crazy. So I'm gonna, one, apologize for the lighting in this, and two, I'm going to apologize for the audio. It's pretty loud here. There are some killer waves going on right now. You can see there are a ton of people behind us, behind Jay. And I think there's people, oh yeah, look, there's a ton of people behind Jay. But it's beautiful. We're gonna try to keep this to about 15 minutes. We'll see how that goes. So we've actually been doing a ton of snorkeling. Jaelyn has seen a couple turtles today. She wasn't snorkeling when she saw the turtles, but she did get to see the turtles. I saw one from our room. And then I got to snorkel, and I was snorkeling, and there was an octopus, and I got to see the octopus, so that was really cool. And we've just been snorkeling a ton.
We saw a school of fish, which was really cool, right off this beach, which was amazing.
And then we also, I went zip lining. That was cool.
Yeah, and then there was a rainbow.
There was, like a full rainbow. It was really cool. So we've had a lot of fun. I have not been doing any filming or anything at all. This is the most that we're probably gonna do. We're just trying to enjoy our vacation, but I didn't want to miss the Q&A. So by the time you guys are seeing this, we will actually be headed back the next day. So we're filming this in advance. Yes. So let's get into it. Last week we did Have Freya and Monty Ever Met? The Q&A, Trying to Overwinter Sunflowers and Fall Interest, Finally Moving Plants by the Arbor, Date Day, where Brent and I went antique shopping and plant shopping, and then Stunning Now and In 30 Years, The Perfect Tree. And all of those videos have been pre-recorded, and the ones you guys are going to see actually after this are also going to be pre-recorded. We worked really hard so that way Brent and I could come on vacation and didn't have to edit any videos, film any videos, miss any days. We're just missing Thanksgiving Day. So there is a heads up on that. There's going to be no video on Thanksgiving Day. So let's get into it. I'm just going to pull one or two questions per video. So the first video that we did was the Trying to Overwinter Sunflowers and Fall Interest, and Jay's gonna read the questions for us. So go ahead and grab that first question.
Okay, so the first question was from my craft room, and they said, "Oh Robbie, were those pink pansies on your table gorgeous?"
They are pink pansies. They're like a pastel mix, and they're so beautiful. I love them. They filled out this container. I did a whole entire video of me putting those in that container. So beautiful. You can go back on the channel and find that one if you want more details about them. Off the top of my head, I don't remember. I'm living on island time.
So the second question was from Yorkie, and they said, "I'm a little concerned about the wetness of your soil where you planted the Oronia."
Just leave it. It's fine.
What is it?
Aronia.
Aronia?
Yeah.
What is an aronia?
It's a plant. We're leaving that in there. Keep going.
Could you have a water leak?
Okay, where I planted the aronia. We just had so much irrigation, and it had just rained right before I filmed that video. So we had so much irrigation there that there was no plants to suck up any of the water, and so there was all this moisture sitting there, and then it had just rained. So that's what it was. No irrigation leaks. It was just zero plants right there, and we did have our irrigation on, and it rained. So there was a lot of water.
So the last question on that video was from Micker Snoopy, and they said, "Morning Robbie, the window box looks good. Will the Silver Falls come back next year? Hope you and Brent enjoy your vacation, well deserved."
I forgot to pay attention almost for a minute there. I was listening to, there's live music that way, and there's a lizard that keeps running back and forth. He just was in this bush right here, and he came back and he had something in his mouth. He sat on this rock over here. Did you see him? And he was eating it, staring at us, and then he just ran back into the bush. Yes, the Dichondra will come back next year. It's Silver Falls. Yeah, it's Dichondra Silver Falls.
Oh.
So the Dichondra Silver Falls will come back next year. I left some of the roots enough for them, and then same with the Creeping Jenny. So all of it should come back next year. I'm expecting it to. I'm already seeing some of the Creeping Jenny little pieces there, and then I'm also seeing plenty of the Dichondra Silver Falls coming back up. So we should have it, and that's the stuff that cascades down the window box.
Love that stuff.
It's really
very pretty. So the next video was Finally Moving the Plants by the Arbor, and the first question on that video was from Peggy, and she said, "The door path is going to be so nice. Question, if you own the pole, why are you not allowed to cut it down at ground level like a tree?"
So we do own the pole. It was bought by the people who used to own our property, and we can't cut it down because there's a live wire that runs down the side of the pole. It goes to it and then down it, and it goes to a meter box, but there's no meter on the box, so it just goes down to a box, and you can like see like the live wires that are down there. So that's why we can't cut it down. We could cut it down if there was no wire attached to it, but there is wire because that pole used to run to a like a mobile home that was there on the property. So we can't cut it down because the live wires.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Crazy.
Okay, so the last question on that video was from Mishi, and she said, "Why don't you buy garden ankle boots?" Why don't you buy some
garden ankle boots? I just prefer my Vans. Is what it is. I prefer my white Vans. Is what it is.
That is an awful shoe in the
I know. Especially this time of year. I'm doing so much like washing of my shoes.
Oh.
I've had my Vans in the garden for probably close to like 2 years. I've got multiple pairs, and I just throw them in the wash. It's not that big of a deal, but I don't know. I have a pair of ankle boots, and I also have a pair of like rubber like tennis shoe looking things. They're by Crocs, and like they're cool. I like them. I just don't ever reach for them. I don't know. It's just not for me.
Yeah.
It's just not. It's not it.
Okay, so the next video was date day, antique and plant shopping. That sounds fun. How was that actually?
It was actually a really good day.
Cool.
Yeah.
So the first question on that video was from Sandy, and she said, "I love how you planted up the topiary. So pretty. Will you and Janie be doing anything together in the near future? I miss seeing you two laughing and having fun."
I know. It has been actually a very long time.
I miss Jamie too.
We have hung out. We just have not filmed anything. We actually talk all the time. Mm-hmm. Like we've talked even like during this trip. But we just, I don't know, we haven't planned anything. Now that we're getting into like cold weather, it's storming at our house right now. Lots of cold, lots of wet, lots of rain. It's kind of crazy right now. Like Brent's parents had 5 inches of rain in one day.
We left just in time. We left like the day it started storming, and then we're getting
crazy.
back.
And it's ending.
And it's ending.
So it was perfect. But Janie and I, as of right now, don't have anything planned. We need to do something. So now as we're getting into these like colder, wetter days, we will probably hang out and do a lot more like antique shopping and things like that. I mean, it's kind of hard. Like we are garden channels, and we do try to keep things garden related during the winter months, but it's hard, and nobody wants to be in the garden. We don't want to be in the garden. You guys don't want to be in the garden. So we're trying to do like garden and garden adjacent things that we can do. So we'll hang out, I'm sure, soon, hopefully. Well, I will see her before the end of the year. I will say that. It's her birthday.
Aww.
By the end of the year. And she told me I'm not allowed to tell any of you guys on her birthday.
Okay.
So here we are.
Okay, so the next question on that video was from Mitzi, and she said, "Where did you get your large terracotta pots?"
I find all of them in Chico at the plant barn. They have like the biggest selection, and they have huge ones. I've also been able to find a few of them at Home Depot. I actually almost had to fight a girl at Home Depot.
Oh.
Home Depot was getting wild. So we were at Home Depot. Hi, Brent.
Hi, Brent.
We're sitting by a walkway.
Home Depot fight.
Home Depot fight. So I was at Home Depot, and I had walked up to these terracotta pots, the rolled rim ones, and I saw them, and they said sale, and I think they were like $20, and they were normally like $75.
Dang.
Yeah, killer deal on them. And this girl, she was gonna grab them, but I like had pulled both of them off the shelf, and I told Brent to go get a cart, and he went to go get a cart, and the lady was like, "Oh, are you putting both of those in your cart?" And I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh, I was gonna try to grab one of those," and I was like, "Nope, too late." So I grabbed both of them.
Oh my gosh.
Come here, come say hi. Come say hi.
Brent, don't hide behind the tree.
Hi, all.
They probably can't hear you because you're not mic'd up.
Oh, yeah.
But you could wave.
Okay, bye, Brent.
Bye, Brent.
So the last question on that video was from Janet, and she said, "What is that thing on the post near the flag bracket?"
There were so many questions about that. There was probably like 7 or 8 questions about people asking about that. So on the front porch, we have a flag bracket that holds a flag. And then on the side of it, there's like a metal handle looking thing. And anytime I show it, everyone wants to know what it is. It's actually a thermometer. So it's been out there since we bought the house. I bought it, I think like 7 years ago. And when we moved, we put it up at this house. But yeah, it's just a brass thermometer.
Thermometer?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I don't even know if it works anymore.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Sweet,
I mean,
right?
So
I picked it up at Target. I picked it up at Target. Well, I want to know for like right where we're at, how hot it is.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a thermometer.
Kind of pointless.
We don't look at it anymore at all. Do you look at it? No, no.
It look pretty.
It's just to look pretty, but it looks like a handle.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So the next video was stunning now and in 30 years, the perfect tree. And the first question on that video was from Sandy. And she said, "Hi Robbie, that blue Atlas serpentine cedar is perfect there. It is a beautiful tree. How does Brent feel about the blue? The area is looking so good and will only get better as you go with your vision. I always look forward to your videos. They just make my day. Thank you so much for sharing."
That's so sweet.
So sweet.
Okay, so Brent, as I think a lot of you guys know, hates blue in the garden. But I think because of how little blue is on that tree, he doesn't mind it at all. So I think he likes it. Do you like it?
I like it a lot.
He likes it a lot.
He likes
Because
it a
it's
lot.
not like super blue, right?
It's all black.
And he said he likes it because it's on a black background, so the whole tree really pops. But, which he hated the black fence. He would not let me do it for like a year. And then he saw Janie's and he's like, okay, fine, you can do it.
And now he loves it.
And now he loves it. So he also hates blue trees, except he loves this one. So that's why I do what I want in the garden, and then he ends up loving it. That's all I'm going to say about that.
The next question on that video was from Michelle, and she said, "Hi Robbie, that tree is absolutely stunning. Perfect placement. Quick question, can you link the storage box you use for irrigation supplies? I've been in search for one with no luck. Big thanks to you and Brent for all that you do to brighten my day."
Thank you for being here.
Aw.
Okay, so I will link that in the description down below. It is from Home Depot. It's a Home Depot exclusive item, so you can only get it from HomeDepot.com or if you go into the Home Depot store. We have loved it. I think we're gonna buy the next size up also. So it holds all of our small little irrigation pieces for like our 1/4 inch, and it also holds all of our pieces for our 1/2 inch, and we've got pruners that are in there and extra little tools that are in there. So it holds a ton of stuff, and it has a whole bunch of little teeny tiny compartments in there that you can kind of move around so you can play it however you want it to be. The only thing I will say is that you can't fit any of your tubing in there. So I've got the black tubing and the brown tubing that has like the emitters in it, and I can't fit either of those inside that box, which, I mean, it doesn't bother me. I just put them on top of the box, so I don't really care. I could probably take out some of those compartments, and I could put the tubing in the very bottom, but I don't know. I don't mind. So I will put it in the description down below. It's from Husky, Home Depot exclusive. I did find it online, so I will link it. It has been amazing.
The last question on that video was from Micker Snoopy, and they said, "Morning Robbie, that cypress is gorgeous. Also, do you usually prune your lemon cypress? I bought a small one and I'm trying to decide where to plant it."
Okay, so I don't prune lemon cypress. You can prune on them however you want, but it's really not recommended. You kind of just want to plant them and let them grow however you want. They are good for like topiaries though, so if you're wanting to do topiary, they are perfect for that. But I'm just letting mine grow however it grows. I mean, if there's like a random stray branch that shoots out, I'll cut that off, but there hasn't been yet. So it's very easy to just kind of like plant them and let them grow. And before we end the video, we wanted to say a huge thank you. YouTube is now doing this thing. They are doing Community Spotlight. And so it says, it is a highlight of your most engaged audience members, including your top commenters. So a huge thank you to Angie, Jill, Pat, Peggy, and Dina. We really appreciate you guys being here and being what YouTube has deemed as the top engaged audience of the weeks. The way that you get that is by commenting, liking, sharing, watching the entire videos. So that is going to be it for this video, you guys. And thank you to the top people that are watching and everybody else that is watching. We really appreciate you. We are gonna go get in the ocean now. So thank you guys for visiting Hawaii with us, and we'll see you all in the next one. Bye guys.